Hello. My shirt's a little too bright for this one. It's just... There we go. Much better. It's cold out. What? Yeah, so... Welcome to this little review rant. You're probably wondering why am I not showing any video clips or still images. It's because I'm doing most of these on my phone. If you ever see this stuff here, it's on my phone. But someday soon I'll be able to do more traditional reviews with editing. Anyway, this little review is about Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir's Christmas special. Now, Zag has really taken off. I mean, it is just, popular. And it was just like with one title that suddenly they have like 10 different things, the movies and TV shows suddenly just saying, just giving the green light and say, just make it. That's what the people said. Just make it. And it's like, okay, we'll make it. So yeah. So they're very, very busy over at Zag right now. And the full first season is done. And now we have our Christmas special. And through the interviews and panels and stuff, the guys at Zag said, we're going to get 3 of them. We're going to get the Christmas, the Halloween, and then the Adventures in China stories. And this will be 40-minute mini-movie specials, which I believe take place between seasons. So, that's what we were promised. That's what we were told we're going to get. Now, what ended up happening is that the 40 minutes got cut down to 21 because of scheduling issues. So the scenes are paced and spaced like a 40-minute feature, but it's crammed into a 20-minute viewing time. So it's gonna feel a bit rushed with scenes. That's the only real thing going against it. I'm going to talk spoilers here and all that stuff in a sec. Another thing they said is that we're going to see is something about Adrian's mother. Is that she's been gone for a year now. That's it. Spoiler alert, she's been gone for a year. It's like, well, we could have figured that out because it feels like this story, this whole season has been taking place over the course of since March, pretty much, So, it's not like it's a thing we couldn't figure out. Trust me, I know a thing about grief and loss. That still seemed fresh back in Origins, parts 1 and 2. So, it wasn't, something we couldn't figure out. So, those aside, everything else about the episode was really super good. So it starts off fast, of course, with Marinette going to the bakery with her friends, not friends, but friends, Alia and the Rugrat, and the Marinette starts greeting all the customers, which are her friends, and remember, these are all the people that have been akumatized. So they're just going in, it's like, yeah, we're just back to normal. That was just a crazy day, type of thing. Which I find interesting. No one has, like outside of Stoneheart, nobody really, repents or looks, not ashamed, but, kind of, down on themselves about being evil, So kind of since then, everyone's just like, I don't remember what happened, but that's okay. What's tomorrow on tomorrow's test? So it's like that. It's like they just let it go. So then all of a sudden, in walks Clay. Remember, this is all singing. This is all singing a part, and it all stops right when Chloe walks in, and we get our first little comical thing where... Oh, and the opening does not have the Christmas special song. That's in the album. It's just the standard opening for the opening. Darn. But I do recommend the album. It has some really good songs in it. So Marinette has to say Merry Christmas to Chloe. Chloe has to say Merry Christmas back to Marinette. And they're all like, she's like, Merry Christmas, Chloe. I'm sorry, what's that? I can't hear you. Merry Christmas, Chloe. And the room all starts shaking and stuff. And he says, Chloe, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, Marinette. But hate your guts, don't you forget. And it's Merry Christmas to all. So the first scene is supposed to establish that it's Christmas time and all is merry. Unfortunately, not all is cheerful. But all is not well in Whoville. So we see the people like in a Christmas a holiday special. We see the happy people, then we see the ones that are not. The ones that are not are at the Agrest house. Adrian and his dad are kind of at odds because Adrian wants to celebrate Christmas. This is his first Christmas without his mother. And Mr. Agrest is feeling downtrodden again because his wife isn't there. It's the first Christmas without her. So it's a very, very sad time in the guest house. So Mr. Guest needs a bit more time. Adrian says phooey to it all and turns into Cat Noir and sings his woes out in the streets of Paris. It says Wikipedia. And so I found it interesting that this scene particularly is almost very similar. Like, this is how an akumatized person acts. They become empowered or possessed, and then they go on a single mission rampage. But what changes is that right at the end, when Cat Noir is about ready to destroy a Christmas tree, because he's so angry at Christmas, because it's just so sad for him, that what stops him is a flash of his mother in his head, and it's like, that right there, see, that's what separates him from the Akumas, is that the Akumas kind of get stuck in that mindset. They can't get out of it. It's like tunnel vision, or ADD, or whatever, obsessive compulsive disorder. So he stops himself at the last possible inch. He takes out a kiosk or some advertising thing of himself. Good enough. And transforms back. Plague gets to sing about how hungry he is. Adrian meets a Santa Claus, which stays in character throughout the entire thing. Then he gets the ride back to his house. Marinette, everyone wonders where the hell Adrian is. Everyone's all freaking out and looking for him. Marinette misbelieves that the Santa Claus is akumatized, so she and Mr. I guess kind of accost him or whatever, the Santa Claus or whatever. I should look up what these words are. They blame him, thinking he's the villain. He's like, "You people are crazy," says the man who keeps insisting he is Santa Claus. So Hawkmoth, which I'm believing at this point is Mr. Guest's twin brother or brother at this point, because why not? Goes and akumatizes him. He becomes Santa Claus. Personally, I would have called him Bad Santa and have him voiced similar to Billy Bob Thornton. Be a good reference there, and funny as all hell. But why not? But what are you gonna do? So Marinette and Cat Noir have to now fight Santa Claus. It's a pun, and they fight him a bit. Marinette has one of her little vision problem-solving things where they make a Christmas present for Santa Claus, and he's all mesmerized by it that he's getting a gift. And Cat Noir is there singing, and we see Ladybug in the background. And then as Santa Claus reaches for the gift, a wind blows and knocks over ladybug, which is actually a standee we saw back at the beginning. Because we kind of wondered, why is she wearing a Santa hat? Turns out it was a standee from the beginning. So he's there about to take the gift. The gift explodes. Out comes Ladybug, surprising him. They wrap him up, steal the hat that Adrian had given him as a gift because he got it from Marinette. Which is strange enough, but when they capture the Akuma and then purify it, that it isn't returned to Santa Claus or Adrian, so the hat just disappears. It's one of the weird things. So, Santa Claus is purified. Adrian gets back to the house, and all his friends come over for Christmas dinner, and everyone is happy. And Adrian turns to the portrait of his family and says, "Merry Christmas, Mom," and then it goes to the tune of the Christmas special soundtrack of the opening theme of America's Ladybug. And that's a special. So not a lot happens because it's we go here, we go there, we go here, we go there. We sing and scene. And so a lot of it feels a lot more rushed than it does in the TV series because each scene is given its own time to say, this is this scene, it says this, alright, it doesn't overstay its welcome, it says what it does, what it sets out to do, and then it moves on to the next scene. So everything feels well spread out and, given its time. This is very, very fast-paced because it's the scene in the original story was set up to be 40 minutes, which is then compressed down to 20. So, is it a rushed episode? Yes. Is it a bad episode? By no means. No. The singing was good. The lip syncing was a tiny bit better, more overall on certain parts. But it's still a bit standard of, someone gets angry, someone gets akumatized, someone gets saved. It's no real jokes, per se. There's a fair amount of humor in it, of incidental comedy. That's better, But, so yeah, do I recommend it? Yes. Am I still waiting, anticipating for season 2? You bet. Am I clearly saying that it's his bro?